Welcome to Travels with Monkey Boy. Today is day 4 of our June 2021 trip to the Maldives. It's about 76 degrees with a nice cool breeze off of the Indian Ocean at 3 a.m. as I spend some time with you. Like always, the water is calm in front of my villa, but you can always hear the roar of the surf on the other side of the island. So life is weird. As some of you know, I'm out of a job again. I was the greatest teacher ever at Notre Dame by acclamation of the students, but apparently the administration was not as fond of me. The curious Principal Brown called me into his office and told me, Dan, you're an inspirational teacher. When I was in Catholic high school, I had no inspirational teachers. All of my teachers focused on teach, pray, and enforce the rules. And I said, well, thank you, Mr. Brown. Dan, you are not good at enforcing rules, and we don't want inspirational teachers. So we aren't going to renew your contract unless you can change your style. Honestly, how can I change who I am? So I wished him a good day. 360 students signed a petition, more than half of the students at Notre Dame, to force the school to keep me. But the administration was adamant, hands in laps, silent, proper posture, and face the chalkboard is what teaching should be, even in the 21st century, even in the time of COVID. There is no time for joy, which is fine. It's their school. I just felt sad as I love the students and I love teaching. Still, there was a dozen open business ed teaching positions within 30 miles of Green Bay, so I'll just grab one of them. But as it turns out, no one wants to hire a 60-year-old teacher. I had 8 face-to-face interviews. I have a great resume. I can talk the birds out of the trees. And I was 0 for 8. It's possible that there are 4 better business teachers in the area than me. It's possible that there are a few that are better connected or teach sports, but 8? I think it's the universe telling me to retire. Anyway, Danielle and I have also looked into becoming an international teaching couple. We signed up and paid for an international teaching search agency. And after the last few months, I've applied to maybe a dozen schools and nothing. And I only mention this not to elicit pity, as I've had about the best life of anyone I know, but because on the flight to the Maldives, the initial 12-hour flight, I said to Danielle, I don't really want to come back to the Arab world. It's hot, so many restrictions, it's too complicated. We landed for our 8-hour layover in Abu Dhabi, and I turned on my laptop, and according to my search company, there was a business ed spot open in Dubai. So 3 hours after saying I'd never come back, I'm filling out an application to go back. Problem in the Middle East is that they rarely hire anyone over 55. They are quite open about their age discrimination. This spot said cutoff was 60, and I won't technically be 60 until September, so maybe? And today, day 4, I got an email from the principal saying they'd like to interview me via Zoom on Sunday. I mentioned my age to them, and he had human resources check it out, and they said it's fine. I still think it's a long shot, but life's a funny thing. Anyway, we all chatted about the excitement and complexities of leaving my family behind for a year. Danielle already planning her Christmas break to visit me. We got in a snorkeling boat for one of my favorite things in the world. I have a bunch of pictures attached if you want to look, but to me, it's like a living art gallery. So many colors and shapes and sizes, and it's random. You just don't know what's around the next bit of coral. I would say the reef they brought us to was a B. Fish variety and quantity was pretty good. Coral was not good, much of it dead. Maybe this global warming thing is true. There was one fish, the black and white one, about halfway through the pics, was new to me. And a turtle is always a nice bonus. We snorkeled around for a few hours and then went back to the resort. Lizzie got too much sun and has developed a bad cough. And at 4 p.m., she was asleep for the night. I think even though she's been vaccinated, that she may have COVID. So stay tuned for that complexity. We have COVID tests again next week. And if she is positive, we are stuck here in paradise. Okay, that's the end of the story for the day. Let me show you some pictures. Here, I talked to you about the shells. Here's some of the shells that we picked up, skillfully photographed on a black towel. Honestly, I just think shells are beautiful and they're weird and different in all sorts of places. And I could see it being a hobby, traveling to places to get exotic shells, except they make it a problem to take them away. Here I am pretending to enjoy a beach vacation. This is our backyard. Here are a couple of mermaids that were doing their practice snorkeling. These were the fish around our bungalow. Here is the gingerfish, not its technical name. This is the one that was by the ginger's house. And that's it for that one. And here are the ones. There's my turtle friend. Little neon fish. Lots of little black and yellow stripes. Kind of the dead coral looking. But I said that since 2021, there's been a huge increase in the amount of coral grown in the Great Barrier Reef. So it's just a complex world. We don't really know how things fit together. There's Lizzie snorkeling around, big schools of fish. Okay, that's it. That's my story for today. Tune in again tomorrow for what we must be up to about day 5.